Dopenorteria.
I feel like a player when this shit come on.
Who is Dopenorteria? Two brothers that are producers slash DJs.
We don't.
The tires melt.
Are you friends?
Missing the feeling.
Independent artists. What makes them Dopenorteria?
So one of my earlier inspirations, a lot. I can be influenced by my friends, just hanging out with my family. I got a whole bunch of musician friends that are dope. They're my influences, like my homie DJ Leachy. Of course, my brother, my dad, he influenced me as well. My pastor from my church influences me as well. Just everybody, anybody that's doing anything dope, it's like a big influence. So one of my earlier inspirations in music would be my dad. Shout out to Vincent Washington. You know what I'm saying? Love you. But yeah, he actually kind of helped me discover my curiosity in music. So first, I started off on drums. He put us on drums. We used to have jam sessions. He would be on the keys, and me and my brother would be playing drums. So just kind of understanding like the feel of music, the heart of music, understanding like as a drummer you got to be the heartbeat of whoever you playing with. So like that was very like interesting and just a very genuine time in my life when it came to like music and stuff like that. So that's like one of my earlier influences, which would be my dad's.
What's your first instrument?
Drums.
Why did you pick your group name?
The group name came from first off, shout out to DJ Leachy. Okay, he used to go by C North back in the day, but shout out to DJ Leachy. That's my brother for life, you know what I'm saying? Love you, bro. So it was me, my brother Jordan, and DJ Leachy. And we were in college, and we met in college. And at first, me and Jordan was doing music, and then somebody told us about our homie DJ Leachy at the time, and so we kind of always on the same wavelength when it came to music, kind of like experimenting with music and trying to find our sound. And so we decided to just kind of come together. And so at the time, my brother's IG name was Dope Threats. DJ Leachy's name was C North, and then my name, don't ask me why, was The Bacteria. So what we did was we combined all three names. So you got the Dope from Dope Threats, you got the North from C North, and then Teria from Bacteria. So that's where the name came from. We thought it was very unique and interesting, so that's what we ran with it. So yeah, so it used to be three of us. It was me, which I went by Dope Threats, my homeboy DJ Leachy, but he also went by C North in the past. And then my brother went by The Bacteria, so it's Dopenorteria combined. So yeah, it took us a minute to get to that point, but once we got there, it was good. So we just decided to keep the name. He's not in the group per se, but we still, work on music together, so ain't no hard feelings. I've been through a lot, but no, this is Louis Armstrong. Our dad, you about to put it on camera?
Yeah.
Let me go. He don't got a No, this Louis Armstrong. He used to sing, but the batteries ain't in there. Our dad gave it to us, so we, everybody added their own little addition to him. Somebody put like an African. Oh, here's my go. There you go, my G. Somebody put eyelashes on him. Somebody gave him a hat. Got the Jabberwocky mask. You know what I'm saying? His white is actually cream now, so you know what I mean? But one penny a day, you keep on running. We've been through some struggles, you know what I'm saying? Now, this jump freaking a lot of people out when they first see him.
His mouth is missing.
Huh?
His mouth is missing. That's what made me think about like.
He fell off the table on there, so.
How long have you been creating music?
So shout out to my dad again. He actually started us making beats, or programming and making beats when we was probably around like 10. So I ain't gonna get my age on camera, but I'd say when you go get it, what you added up, but roughly like 18 years, pretty much. So I've been making music for like 18 years.
What is your position in the group?
So my position is the same as my brother's, music producer slash DJ slash engineer. So. Well, I say seriously, we started like around 2015, 2016. So yeah, I don't feel like doing the math right now, but yeah.
How is it like working in the Atlanta music scene?
So the Atlanta music scene is pretty dope, in my opinion. I know a lot of people come here and they be like, oh, this kind of played out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's a good melting pot of sound. Like, you can find different type of genres, alternative genres. You just kind of got to dig for it. So, yeah, I love it here as far as, like, musically. I'm in that scene where it's just very independent, so we're not really worried about trying to be mainstream or trying to like get on, blah, blah, blah. Like, my main thing is just trying to make stuff that's true to me and finding people that's like-minded. So that's what I try to focus on. So. Working in the Atlanta music scene is very dope. It's very diverse out here now. I know people just think trap 808s and, you know what I'm saying, trap snares and fast hi-hats, but it's very diverse now. You got stuff like Controllerized. That's where me and Ja actually first performed like a beat set. That's like very like lo-fi-ish, like different flips and stuff like that, remixes. You got Work Crew that's doing like dance hall stuff, just dance parties, which is dope. You got Trap Sushi, which is like more so along so the trap stuff, but mixing it in a little, you know, a little dance stuff and stuff like that. And they also be having anime stuff as well, so it's dope. It's very diverse. You just gotta find your place and then, you know, stick to it. You know what I mean? That's all it is. If you want to go into other lanes, you can. I think also just be careful with, you know what I'm saying, different people, you know what I'm saying, just fill them out first and you'll be all right, you know.
What's the benefits of being a producer?
So I feel like the benefits of being a music producer is I'm able to channel like my creative energy into something, so I get to convert it into something that I'm very passionate about, that I was brought up on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have a lot of ideas that kind of may be jumbled in my head, but having like a medium to kind of push it through is beautiful. So just being able to see like somebody's vision come to life, just being able to help an artist like progress in their career, and just having that ear to like contribute to like a project or just a musical work is very, to me, it's very satisfying just to hear something in your head and then link with somebody and then being able to hear that like back to you, like actually like experience it in like real time. So it's cool, yeah. Because there's so many different perspectives in this. The name of it, because at first it was supposed to be like going towards your love. Now it seems like you kind of driving away from it. So we trying to figure out like, you know, what's the concept of the
part that stick out to me is like, why blind me love? Are you not trying to show me the real you? They trying to create an image of you? Like, I don't know.
You don't trust me? Like all that stuff. Because the thing that keep coming to my head is illusion. But let me see if we got some sense. Well, not it's like a rock song. Not specifically that word, but something like along the lines of that. No, I feel it. Would you say vision impaired? That sounds like a medical condition. You might get canceled for that one.
Visually impaired.
Steve Adams.
You know, she's in another condition.
This is so cute.
Damn, I like that. You said something about
blurred vision.
That's hard, but she said something about you, like casting a vision of them, like kind of trying to make them perfect in your eyes. Like, you know, like when you see like red flags in somebody, but you kind of just, you know, like paint this perfect like paradise. Broken image, no.
The cons about being a producer.
The cons, I think sometimes, cause you got the whole like YouTube, you know, like producers, which is nothing wrong with it, but I think sometimes the producer's role is kind of stifled or diminished because people have easy access to like beats nowadays. Yeah, so that could be the con sometimes. You're not always respected in that regard. So the cons about being a producer, and I feel like every creative goes through this, especially if you're on like the production side, is it does take a lot out of you. When you're trying to create these ideas that, like I said earlier, might be jumbled in your head, or like an artist might come to you and they might have like a very complex idea or just their own perception of what they want to be made. Sometimes it can kind of be rough to come up with something that sounds like what you hear in your head or what they hear in their head. So I would say it's sometimes draining and also challenging. So.
And if you could give your 20-year-old self advice, what would you say?
So to my 20-year-old self, I would tell him to save more money, grow up, you know what I'm saying, and focus on self more, to be honest. I think back then I was kind of just like I don't know, like I guess a free spirit. Not saying there's nothing wrong with being a free spirit, but I didn't know myself. I didn't know what I wanted out of life. I knew what I was good at, but I didn't know specifically what I wanted to do with it. So I would tell myself to just really focus in on myself and figure out what I want to present to the world. So yeah, and save money, nigga. Bam.
Thanks.
I would say focus on yourself. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Find inspiration in like pure things. Also focus on stuff like family, friends, and appreciate it. And just live in the moment and don't be too anxious to try to get to the next level. That's what I would tell my 20-year-old self. And try to get this part in your beard to growing before you get like 21. It'll help you out, G.
Thank you.